In this episode, hey, what are you reading? We're reading the Pennsylvania Dutch Night Before Christmas.
And on the flip side, don't be that person that forgets to put on deodorant when you go to work, even if you don't smell bad. And let us be the first to say, if you're a sports owner that wants us to feel bad for you for losing money owning the team, we're not going to do it. It's not going to happen. Mike, please hit the music. I don't care what your mama says. Funny business is here. I don't care what your daddy says. Funny business, funny. I messed that up. Brings cheer. All I know is Santa's sleigh is making its way to the USA. Funny business is here. Merry Christmas to all, and to all have a great night. Welcome back to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. We don't know what sound was coming out of Mike's room. We just saw his hands moving and saw some noise coming from it. Sorry about that, folks. Just kidding. We keep it PG-13 here. Welcome back to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast, and Merry Christmas, everyone. This week, the Jolly Man has come and gone. I almost said a really weird way to say that. That would have gotten me canceled. And I'm going to stop talking. Mike, how are you? How are things?
You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Funny Business Podcast. Funny.
Is this supposed to be Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, I'm trying so hard, man.
You think Clarence got that new saxophone this year?
Oh, I hope so.
I can't hear that Christmas song or any Bruce Springsteen song without thinking of my Aunt Lois. Lois. Shout out Aunt Lois.
You just went Family Guy there, Aunt Lois.
She despises Bruce Springsteen and says that every time she hears him sing, it's like he's trying to take a shit, which isn't like that far off because his voice does kind of crack a lot.
I would like to ask your Aunt Lois eventually, or if she's listening, what song is like the most related to like Bruce Springsteen, like needing to take a poop?
I would have to say Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's become a tradition of mine that I like to try to play it every Christmas Eve, and it gets riled up. And it's hilarious every time it plays.
I'd like to think it's the cameo from We Are the World with all the rest of them, like We Are the World.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's got some bangers though, man.
He does.
Yeah,
and he still does it, man.
It's still going, still kicking.
Yeah, and doing well, mind you. Like there's others who I think prolonged their talent, but I think Bruce Springsteen like has never aged, I should say.
No, and I don't think he ever will.
Well, Matt, speaking of something that never ages, it is quote unquote our holiday episode here with the Funny Business Podcast. And as festive as we are, I thought I would do something that I haven't done to the public yet. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay.
This story that I want to read today on the Funny Business Podcast has been adopted by becoming united with my lovely wife and her family. It is Pennsylvania Dutch Night Before Christmas.
Ah, very nice.
Now, Matt, you remember the night before Christmas, and I think I asked that when I was wearing my Belschnickel costume back in October.
Yes, and Pine Natal. It's going to come and steal all of their toes.
Yes. So I have the book here. It is written by Chet Williamson and illustrated by James Rice. And before I jump into it, if you don't know what Pennsylvania Dutch is, or if you don't know what the Belschnickel is, I'm here to educate you, because on the back, it actually educates what exactly is the Belschnickel and the pronunciations of things. So,
very nice.
Matt, be ready to be educated. and everybody and all the listeners and the viewers. So, in Pennsylvania Dutch country, the Belschnickel often replaces Santa Claus. The Belschnickel is a crotchety old man, thin and bearded, wearing a long coat that comes down to his feet. In one hand, he carries a bag of treats, and in the other, he carries switches, apparently to spank children. Though there is no recorded occurrence of this ever happening. Instead of coming down the chimney, the Belschnickel usually knocks on the door, and is admitted by the parents. The Belschnickel then grills the children on their behavior during the past year. Though he may frighten them with the switches, all get treats, and it is this Belschnickel who has blended with the more widely known Santa Claus in this story.
Mm.
Now, Matt,
another great jolly figure.
You may have heard my Pennsylvania Dutch pronunciation come out a little bit as I read that. So with the pronunciation, much of the charm of the Pennsylvania Dutch dialect, which really should be called Pennsylvania German or Deutsch, is in the pronunciation of certain words. I have tried to indicate them of that in the text. So Chet is first person here, such as replacing CH for J as in just so. So instead of saying just so, you say just so, and switching the V and W sounds so that was becomes, Matt,
Vuz.
Vuz. Yes, correct. And ivy vines become wines. One important aspect of the dialect is the ah sound, as used in the words pla, na, ot, and grand. The actual vowel sound is very flat and nasal ah, as in the words pa and ma. And you should be pronounced as in put. In the words strublik, I suggest using the ick sound for beginning Dutchies. But if you're up for the challenge, the more accurate pronunciation is the cultural ch sound, forcing the air up through the roof of your mouth. I hope this helped you read the story. Also, just as Jackie Stulfus might have done it. And then there's a recipe for shoe fly pie in the back of this book. So.
Oh, I'm not a big shoe fly pie fan.
So, Matt, sit back, relax, grab your eggnog if you have it. It's time for the Pennsylvania Dutch Night Before Christmas, written by Chet Williamson, illustrated by James Rice. Now, Matt, as I'd like to introduce this book to too many, all have come to watch and listen. Would you like to provide commentary in between the pages?
I maybe where it sees fit. I don't know. We might just let it ride through.
Okay, here we go. So, Pennsylvania Dutch Night Before Christmas. It was night before Christmas, and all over the farm, nothing was schustlich, no cause for alarm. So schustlich is moving around. The socks were all hung by the chimney just so, with the hopes they get filled up from ankle to toe. The nick-snoots snoozing without any sound. In their heads, clear toy candy's been dancing around. And Mama and me, well, we out in the light, crawled under the covers and snuggled up tight.
You're doing so good.
Thanks, Matt.
Doing so good.
Sound good so far?
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Sound like the story that you know?
It sounds pretty good.
Okay. Then from the outside, we heard something fierce that made open our eyeballs and rattled our ears. There was crashing and banging, and could it be true? Did our ears deceive us? Or was that a mole? Then off to the window, we ran in the dark. Sorry. Kicked the dog accidental. He started to bark.
Oh, no.
Then we looked through the window coming in through the gate. It wasn't one more we saw. It was 8.
Very nice.
Yes. 4 cars and 4 steers. They were harnessed somehow and were dragging behind them an old-fashioned plow. And there, just behind it, as sour as a pickle, was a fella we knew had to be the Belschnickel.
I'm trying so hard. Oh, man.
He wiggled that plow to keep going on course. I think he'd done better if he'd had a horse. Oh, shit. I didn't show the picture. Hold up.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, man.
People want to see. It's such a ridiculous photo.
So for those who are listening, it is literally 4 cars and 4 steer, literally lined up like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is. And the Belschnickel's on a plow, And the presents are just being all chumpled up. I might say, if I keep talking in the Dutchy accent, I might end up speaking Dutch the whole time.
I love it. I think you should.
Okay, here we go. My favorite part. So Dopplik and Slow, those 8 drummers did run, and he growled and he grumbled and he yelled at each one. So Dopplik is clumsy. So these are the names of the 12 plows and 4 steers.
Hell yeah.
Now Chaggy, now Becky, now Rachel, Josiah. On Menno, on Sarah, Esther, Opataya. And watch where you're going. There's nothing unwiser than stomping your hoofs into stray fertilizer.
So Belschnickel is gender inclusive.
Yes.
Very nice. I like that.
They get through the barnyard without any hitch, and the Belschnickel grumbled and raised a big spitch. Climb up that roof now. You don't, and you make it snappy. You don't want to make me no more unhappy. Marched off on that trellis, then to the porch roof, and don't get no ivy wines caught in your hoof. I'll get awful grishlick if you make me fall. So clamper up, clamper up, clamper up all. So they don't fly. They literally climb up the house.
Nice. I like that. Yeah.
That's like, why did I agree to do this?
This is awesome.
Like the chickens all look, when to fly they're trying, or the mess kids are making, when shoes they are tying. So clumsy they climbed up an itch with each moo, but somehow they made it, and it wonders me too. And then in a twinkle, we heard on the roof each car that was rushing around, stomping its hoofs. The cracks of the roof timbers filled all our ears, 'cause it just wasn't built for 4 cars and 4 steers.
Ah.
Oh, okay. By now, all the kitties had run in our room, frightened by all those cracks and those booms. To tell them what happened, I was going to begin, when jumping Chizui, the ceiling fell in. Down came the Belschnickel plop in our bed, a few shingles making down right on his head. And when we looked up through the hole in the ceiling, it was just a little bit worried we're feeling.
It's going to cost a lot to repair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. For there overheard was that 8 head of cattle, still stomping so hard that it made the walls rattle. We felt as if we'd all been cursed and were hexed, and that cows would fall down into our bedroom next. But they on the roof stayed, and I wiped away spit and looked at the scary old Belschnickel yet.
Mm.
My favorite, another one. He had got to his feet and was brushing his breeches, holding his sack and using his fitches. He was dressed all in black from his toes to his hat, and he frowned and said, "Hey, what are you looking at?" Ain't you never seen no Belschnickel before? Well, I've had, but the others had come through the door.
Mm.
His beard was all strublich, as white as snowfall, and his belly so skinny, it nearly was all.
Oh, no.
I couldn't help thinking that this crabby guy could use a few dumplings and shoe fly pie.
Mm-hmm. I could go for some dumplings right now, too.
Yeah, dumplings are great. Little Cracker Barrel. His eyes, they looked angry, but thought they seemed wild. When he looked all the kitties, he just sorta smiled. Then he wiped it away like he made a mistake. Or, for him, some schnitz and nep mama should make. So schnitz and nep are dried apples and fluffy dough balls.
I was going to ask that.
Yes.
Sounds lovely.
I've heard of Faschnitz before. So okay.
That's a donut.
It is.
Yes.
And correct.
Correct. Correct.
correct. Right now. Okay. Then he asked all the kitties, have you been bad or feet? If it's good that you've been, then I'll give you a treat. But if you've been bad, then I'll warm your britches with one of my special bad kitty's fitches. They said they'd been good and were telling the truth. Still he glowered at Amos, he grimaced at Ruth. He frowned down at Abner, who just kind of grinned, and the Belschnickel leaned down and tickled his chin.
So you telling me that the office lied and the Belschnickel does not ask if you're impish or admirable?
I think it was. I mean, I'm sure there's many versions of it, but there's yeah.
Damn.
Okay. Ack crabby I might seem, but don't you forget, I ain't never had to spank one kitty yet. It just might be something around in the air makes the kitties act better at this time of year.
It's throwing me off that you're saying kitties. I'm thinking of cats.
Kitties. So his fitches he dropped and he opened his sack and he handed out oranges, yo-yos, and jacks. A dolly for Ruth and a wood horse for Amos. We laughed as we watched him, and who could blame us? And finally he gave Abner a teddy. With that final gift to leave, he was ready. But he said as he crawled over shinkles and sticks, I'll send over Stolfus your broke roof to fix. Stolfus is a company. Then he chumped the hole through, up to his waiting plow, and he yelled at the livestock, get going, and now. Down to the ground and without no complaint, until we get done and the house all ain't. They sprung off the roof to the yard way below, where they got stuck in nearly 40 inches of snow.
Oh, no.
And that Belschnickel yelled, brushing snow off his head, Merry Christmas to all. Now just go back to bed. And that, my friends, is the Pennsylvania Dutch Night Before Christmas.
Great job, Mike. Great job, Belschnickel. That was lovely.
I will say I am a mere Padawan, as Jenna's dad, Steve, does the best of them all.
I would love to see that one day. Yeah, I would love
recorded. I feel like, yeah, you know what I should have done is I should have played the video and just had us watch, do a live reaction of Pennsylvania Dutch Night Before Christmas. It also involved me laughing hysterically because I just, yeah, being a part of it and just knowing it is just so freaking funny now.
Yeah, it's an awesome tradition.
Yes. So, Merry Christmas to all.
What did you ask the Belschnickel for this year?
I was a little bad, if I'm being honest.
Oh, impish. No beer for you.
No beer at all.
All right, we are going to slide on in person of the week this week. Mike, any ideas? This person was in the news. Positive news, positive vibes only.
Is it political?
It is not political. Why would
okay,
what positive political thing? One, is there? Two, would we talk about?
True. Taylor Swift.
It is not Taylor Swift. No. Okay. This person had a birthday.
Robert Irwin.
No. Before I show this week's person of the week, I only have 2 Ks in my lettering pack. So the first name, there's supposed to be a K at the end. It still fits. It is Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van
Dyke. I don't really think I should just have Dick right on the screen. So it works out. I almost put a second C and then I was like, that's not going to look good.
How many C's? You should have put you should have took the K from the week and put it down. Person of the wee.
I had that thought too. 100 years old.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, good for him. Happy belated. Well, let us be the last people to wish Dick Van Dyke a happy belated birthday.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Isn't there a statistic out there that like Dick Van Dyke is the only living character that has actually worked with Walt Disney?
Sure. Yeah, it is. Yep. You're right.
Okay.
Absolutely. Just confirmed it right now. Funny business
history.
Yeah, I like that. Funny business history. We just rewrite history how we think it in our heads.
Careful. There's people who are actually trying to do that now.
Well, yeah, you know. But this is satire on this show.
Yes.
And with that, we'll slide on into the second half of the show. Some down in the dumps. Even during the holiday season, there's always time to reflect and see what didn't go well. And this is a good space for us to kind of talk about, what was so funny about that.
You just wait until you see my down in the dumps.
Okay. I think you have to go first now. I think I got to see
my down in the dumps. I didn't put on deodorant today.
Oh, wait, how did that happen?
So I was running out of deodorant, and I usually stock up. By that, I mean get 2 deodorant sticks.
Yep.
And I think it was Saturday night. I reapplied and came off the remaining end of it. So I put it in the trash, and then I took out the other one. And then I realized before coming on the show that I actually put the stick that I was using back into the drawer. And usually when I am actively using said deodorant stick, it stays out. It stays out in viewing area, and I have a little tray that has my shaver, my cologne, my nasal spray, and my deodorant, and my deodorant was not in there. So I can understand why I didn't put it on. But then it was 3 o'clock, and I caught a whiff of my stank, and I was like, shit.
That's tough.
Luckily, I have an emergency deodorant in my office.
Oh, okay.
I was able to apply deodorant.
I can't say I have one of those.
Yes.
Now, here's an important question. Nobody noticed, right? You didn't get a comment. It was did you shower today?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I did shower, so I think I had
all right.
Not as much stank, but then probably by the afternoon it was stank.
Yeah. You got to think, but wonder really talk about it behind your back. Hey, my kind of smells today.
Yeah, well, hopefully tomorrow I'll smell better.
Hopefully, yeah. Well, I'm sure you smelled fine. But you always smell great when I smell you.
I am so open to that compliment because I actually said that a few weeks ago to somebody else. I was like, you smell good. And that was I guess it was talked about to the significant other, and then the significant other told Jenna. So yeah, smelling good is good.
It is. That's all you're down in the dumps.
Oh, I have to do one more. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to. No, you don't have to. You don't.
No. This one I intentionally want to say.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody knows we lost a great person in sports entertainment this past weekend.
Sports entertainment?
Okay.
All right. I thought you meant they died.
Well, they didn't die. They retired. John Cena had his final match this past Saturday. And I'm going to ask Matt, have you seen the buzz of John Cena's last match? What came out of it, or what was the results? What did you see?
So I'm not a huge WWE person. I was not a huge one. Yeah, okay. I saw, let me give you my weekend recap of John Cena's retirement. I saw a lot of people being nostalgic, being the little kid in me is watching this weekend, not me. So that was kind of cool. I saw a lot of highlights of John Cena. I never saw the clip before when he announced to the crowd that we have, I forget what the quote was, but killed Osama bin Laden. Yes. That was badass. I also saw the clip of him when he interviewed on Part of My Take. That did not go well for the Part of My Take guys. That was a bad fit, but it was very funny. And then I saw that he tapped out, and I don't know if people are mad or not. So I would assume they are.
So I have to, knowing somebody who has known wrestling a tad, you have to look back. Undertaker's last match, his retirement match, he lost. Shawn Michaels' retirement match, he lost. Ric Flair's retirement match, in air quotes, because he still wrestled. This guy is I think 78 and still wrestles. I don't.
Well, that's Ric Flair. He just does whatever he wants.
I get 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! All right. He lost. So I think poetically speaking, John Cena losing his final match, I think was in the cards. I think people were just plainly pissed at one. And I think Matt, to say to your comment about people being really nostalgic, I think people are grasping to life the nostalgia of what wrestling was. And I saw somebody say that John Cena lost because he did it for the business. Gunther, as the person who faced John Cena in his last match ever, retired Goldberg, which is another wrestler that came out, lost. And he is I don't want to say upcoming, he's a current superstar that needs the superstardom, as did John Cena back when he was rising to the top. And I think many of the fans are getting very upset over the idea that yeah, we're all fucking old by now. All right. Like, that's like, so this idea that like people are upset because John Cena lost and all these things aside, like, it's just crazy to think that you've watched somebody for so many years and then like, this is it. It was kind of the same feeling. I didn't watch it, but like, obviously I was seeing the highlights. It's kind of like Derek Jeter retiring.
Yeah.
You've watched this man for so many years and it's like, oh, this is it. This is it. And it's done. Like,
yeah. No, it's exactly what it is. I mean, it's a sports figure that is no longer going to be playing the sport. Like, I remember freshman year of college in my dorm room, I was listening on the radio to John Sterling's call of Derek Jeter's game when he hit, and it was incredible.
It's amazing.
I also think it's hard with social media nowadays, like, to appreciate moments like this because, like you said, it seems like it's popular for a lot of these legends to lose their last match.
Yep.
It's also like in sports, a lot of guys don't always leave on top. Rarely ever happens. But with something like the WWE where it's not like total chance, even with like shows or movies, like nowadays, if it doesn't go the way people want it to, they're going to like complain about it. And that's kind of all you see. Like your algorithm doesn't always show you the positive side of things and what people liked about it. And at the end of the day, like, you're right, they're trying to build up more superstars for the future. And I don't know. I'm sure probably John Cena probably had some part in it. It's probably like he if he really wanted to win, he probably could have made himself win. I don't know. Yep. I think he's probably at peace with it too, and that's the important part.
Mm-hmm. I am hoping, because he has said it, he's done. Like, there's no extra match. There's no coming back out of retirement. Like, he's just done. And I hope he is the one person that actually does that.
I would have. I don't know the history of it, but I kind of feels like he is. Like, he's got so much like acting stuff going on, and he's got a lot of other things in his life that the other guys probably didn't, to be honest.
Yeah. This man has maintained an acting career where, like, somebody who is, I would say, comparable, like The Rock. Like, The Rock has a sustainable career, but they started in wrestling. Like, there's a lot of these people that like try to do. I think Mortal Kombat's coming out, like a live action of Mortal Kombat. Cody Rhodes is in it.
Oh.
I think that's the only time Cody Rhodes is going to be in a movie like that.
Yeah,
like,
probably. That's a weird fit.
Mm-hmm. I forget what he was, and I saw the character really didn't match who he was, but that's my what do you call it? My Mortal Kombat people out there.
So is that why the fans are booing Triple H afterwards? They just weren't happy that Cena lost. Okay, I did see
obviously
that.
Trips is the head of creative, so he makes that decision on who wins and who loses.
Yep. And do we, as a collective, do WWE fans like Triple H still? I don't know where we're at with that. I don't know if I'm supposed to like him or hate him, because I will, whatever the general public decides is how I will follow.
Compared to his predecessor was a character. I think he's taking more of a back seat than his predecessor was.
Okay.
Like, his predecessor would have a lot of storylines involving the wrestling. Like,
and that was who?
Vince McMahon.
Yes, that's what I thought. I was just like, wait, what?
Triple H cannot physically compete because he'll die.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's involving himself in many of the storylines, but I think it's, again, if I was in there, I wasn't thinking about the bigger picture. I would probably be booing too. But yeah.
Also, to be fair, towards the end of this Vince McMahon's run with WWE, every time he was in the ring, it looked like he was going to die. So to Triple H's point,
so
why would
I think if I'm correct, which I'm probably not, but we'll see, Cody Rhodes winning the WWE Championship in Philly when they were at Lincoln Financial Field was the end point of when Vince was done with the business. So like, that's how far his creative went up until
really
that. Yes,
I didn't know that.
That's based on what I saw social media wise. Like,
okay,
that's how long his creative went to at that point.
So we're really just getting into the start of the Triple H era,
basically.
Interesting. Okay, interesting.
So,
all right,
with a mouthful of attitude adjustments, and you can't see me. That's all I got for Down in the Dumps.
This is me as just the WWE casual. I still want to see one more Undertaker come back. I do.
I don't think you will, Matt.
I understand, but now that I kind of like can experience these things as like a kind of fan, that's really all I want to see.
I was super fortunate in my little time that I was able to see wrestling live. I got to see The Undertaker. So like the whole smoke act was like completely just like totally engulfed in the arena that we were in by the time he was done with his entrance. I saw a steel cage match with Rey Mysterio, Batista. I was super fortunate. My dad, like, I don't know, just was like so cool.
That is awesome.
So yeah, I got my fix. Let's just say that I got my fix.
That is cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's very, very cool. All right, my down in the dumps, big one. Did I mention last week that there was sickness in the household?
Oh, yeah, yours developed more after our recording.
Yes, I had the flu. I ended up getting the flu. April and I were home pretty much most of last week and all weekend with the flu. I had not had the flu since I was a little kid, and when I did have the flu, it was like first, second grade. I also had pneumonia at the same time, so that was really not fun. I really did forget how much it sucks to have the flu.
I was worried for you.
I was okay. I worked from home on Wednesday because I was going to make sure like April didn't get worse, and I just wanted to take a day. I kind of figured I was going to get it. Like, yeah. April's family had also had it. We were with them over the weekend. April and I live in the same house. Like, it was going to happen. So I was able to work from home Wednesday. And like halfway through the day, I was like, it's coming.
It's coming.
Sure. So then, yeah, just the body aches and the pains was crazy. Not fun. Also not fun. Second half of my down in the dumps, or second part. We got snow while we were stuck home with the flu. And unfortunately, you can't tell the city or township or whatever that you have the flu. Can you come shovel for me? That's not a thing. So shoveling with the flu is also really not fun.
I was gonna say you should have told me, but it's all good.
I tell you what, an anti down in the dumps. My landlord left a great shovel.
Oh, does it have the metal tip?
No, it doesn't. Oh. But it's like they don't make shovels like this nowadays. And I've been telling this to April that I have to talk about my shovel to people. It's like long and thin.
Hang on.
What?
Is this your winter season of talking about grass?
Yeah, probably. Yes. Yes, it is. I'm going to tell everyone about the shovel.
So it's long.
It's thin. Like long and thin, and it slides like butter.
Oh,
yeah. It's awesome.
My favorite is the ones that have like the metal edge to it. So it breaks through the ice and it breaks through, good snow. Like,
do you use the back breaking shovel?
Are you saying I'm old?
No, I just back saving, not back breaking. Back breaking.
I do when it's light snow, but then something like what we dealt with the snow this past weekend, it was definitely needing the metal tip.
Did you have heavy snow by you?
I mean, probably had the same amount as you did.
I was I was just nice and light.
But it iced.
Yes. Yeah. I also the street that we live on, it wasn't very clear what they plow and what I have to shovel. So that was also confusing to deal with. Overall, the flu sucks. And I think it helped to like always get the flu shot. I don't know. Some people like to get it. Some people don't. I don't know. It's the first time I had the flu in like 20 years. So
depends on the strain.
Yeah. I also, after like, it was like day 2 of getting sick, my mom texted me that she saw on the news that they may have gotten the flu shot wrong this year. Like they guessed wrong on the strain.
Oh gosh.
So I was like, what? Why would you send that text right now? How is that going to help?
Thanks, Mom.
I also had to get a new thermometer. The thermometer we had, every single time we would take it would just say like 98.4. And I was like,
those rectal thermometers, they tend to not work.
Do not use those. Do not use those.
Matt, the one time in college was like, can I take your temperature? Like, no.
No, I'm gonna make a comment. Fear the down the dumps. It makes no sense. It does make sense, but it's bullshit that the traffic in this area directly correlates to people shopping late for Christmas.
Oh, I was gonna say the weather. That was another thing too.
Well, the weather, yes.
Yeah.
But the next like 3 weeks of me going home from work is gonna be just nightmare. Mike, I have to drive past them all every single day, going to and from work. And you know that area.
You can't find an alternative route?
No, there is no alternative route. There's none. Because you know what the alternative route is?
Sketchy.
The airport.
That's not that bad.
It's bad. Rush hour, it's bad.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's crazy with how much like online shopping's gone crazy. Like the 2 weeks before Christmas, it's just like all hell breaks loose in the mall.
Yeah, definitely Christmas snuck up on us. That's all I have to say.
Well, yeah, you specifically. Just
I can't say anything because people get mad at me.
No, I mean it makes sense. You came back and it's like bam, it's Christmas.
Yeah, shit.
Especially just the weather change you had from Antigua. Am I saying that correctly? Antigua. Final down in the dumps. This is more of a sports related one. Mike, did you know that it's actually not good to own the New York Yankees because you will lose money?
I figured that'd be a way for them to make money.
Yeah, no. So Hal Steinbrenner is claiming that the Yankees cannot spend a lot in free agency and they just can't give out money because this past year, get this, he lost money owning the New York Yankees.
Oh, what a poor thing.
Doesn't that suck? Now, Mike, let me ask you a question. If you're losing money, like millions of dollars, owning like the biggest sports franchise in the world, wouldn't you just sell it so you can make more money?
Or I would make changes for them to make more money.
Yeah, and how are you going to make more money as a sports organization? Maybe by winning?
That too.
Winning might help. And how do you win?
Put people in the right place.
You get better players. Yeah, that's so it's been frustrating. And you know what? My dad brought up an interesting point, and this goes beyond sports and everything. I want your thoughts on this. Doesn't it always seem that when there's a family business and it gets handed off to like the sons or the daughter, doesn't it always seem like 95% of the time, like the change is not good and it does not do the business good?
I mean, I listened, I should say, to a book of like how to deal with difficult people.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget how they categorize these people, but it was like really just situations where like, you can't deal with it because it's like they've been with the company for so many years. It's a family business. It's like, well, that's like, mm-hmm. Like you just have zero pull because it's a family business.
Yeah. Yeah. It's upsetting. And I guess a lot of times like the family doesn't always want to continue the business, and I get that, but then you can sell it to someone who wants it.
There's a lot of pressure in family businesses because they pressure individuals of the family to be like, hey, you need to carry this on or else we're going to disown you. And then it's like,
that's true. That's a good point. I love when owners of sports teams are like, we're losing money, then sell, and then you won't lose any money.
Woe is me.
Yeah, it's like, oh, boo-hoo, I own this multi-billion-dollar sports team. Look how bad my life is. Like, I'm not going to feel bad for you in the slightest.
And I'm sure losing a couple million wasn't that hurtful.
No. And also, there's no way he lost money. There's just no way. There's no way. He can't. It's physically impossible. I just ran the numbers right now. It is physically impossible for Hal Steinbrenner to lose money owning the New York Yankees.
Boy, that estate, man, that's
it's ridiculous. That's my down in the dumps.
Oh, man. Well, between sports entertainment, the weather, traffic, what a way to cozy on up for an episode of the Funny Business Podcast right before the holiday. Mm-hmm. If you want to keep it on and find some stuff, maybe you are looking for a last minute gift, but guess what? It ships to you. Beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. You may or may not get it before or after Christmas if that's the holiday you're celebrating, but you know what? It's a great New Year's Eve gift.
It was, I had some items on my Christmas list this year. Got some new sweatshirts, got some, the coasters are very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, just great stuff. Go check it out. Yeah.
Beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. Mr. Matthew.
Yeah-ish.
What is your advice for the good people, the co-workers of the funny business world?
To never do that accent. No, I'm kidding. I actually like when you do that accent. You do it very well. I will say I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
My advice, it is that, it's cold in our area. So if it's cold in your area, make sure you don't leave your gas tank in your car down to like empty.
Oh.
Especially when it gets like really, really cold, because you don't want your gas tank to freeze. Yeah. Because I don't actually know what happens, but my dad always told me not to do that or else bad things would happen. So don't leave your gas tank on like almost empty in the winter. Just make sure it's filled. Yeah. I usually, when it's like a quarter of a tank and I know it's going to be really cold, I just kind of fill it up.
Fill her up, please.
You're also saving money by not letting it go down all the way. Technically, it's girl math.
And boy math.
Yeah, that's like, did you ever see the Shaq clip on TNT where he said if you, instead of paying like, let's just say the number he used, $80 a month on gas to fill your tank up. If you only fill it up when it's halfway, you only spend like a quarter amount of the of money, so you're saving money. And then Kenny's like, but if you fill up 4 times a month, you're spending the same amount of gas. He's like, no, you're not. It's one of the funniest clips of all time. Also, what happened to those guys? Are they on ESPN? Like, I've seen like no clips of them this year.
They're probably testing the waters of the new company that they're a part
like
of.
I saw like they were back and like there was no, but there's been like no good clips. Like, are they done? Did they quit and I missed it?
They probably are being monitored, or shall I say they're being, I don't want to say censored, but what is it? NBA on
TNT?
No, it's not called that anymore, right?
Well, Amazon has it now, or NBC has it.
Yeah,
the new NBC graphics are nice. Also,
really not
go ahead.
Whole lot of news coming from that.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Also, for those people wondering, I believe the Christmas Day NFL games, if you're listening to this before Christmas, they are on Netflix this year. Or at least some of them are on Netflix.
Saw that.
It's just crazy.
That's nuts.
It's wild.
I know who will be asking me for the Netflix login. Wow. Hopefully everybody has a good Christmas. We'll obviously still have an episode the day after Christmas, but we feel like we should celebrate with this episode here. So
yeah, because that'll be the last episode of 2026.
Yeah. I will gleefully say, if you celebrate it, we wish you a Merry Christmas. But overall, hope you have a wonderful holiday. If it has yet or not happened yet, enjoy it. Spend time with the people you love, you care about. Tell somebody that you love them. Mm-hmm. Until the next time, see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.